Hello everybody and welcome to JSmith takes a quick look at Dungeon Dashers. Dungeon Dashers is an action-packed, turn-based, cooperative dungeon crawler bringing the enjoyment of a tabletop board game with friends to a PC. Dungeon Dashers streamlines the core dungeon crawler experience to its essentials for an intense, loot-grabbing adventures. That is enough flavor text, but I do want to say that I've enjoyed this game in the time I've played with it so far. It's a Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis graphics type of game. It's strange because it's a really good balance of action and tactics. And so for people like me who have an attention span of a butterfly, there's enough action to keep me going. But for anyone who's more tactical in their approach to games, there's a lot that this game can offer them as well. So instead of me jibber-jabbering along for about a million years, let's just get into it. Basically, the game, it's co-op in the sense that you have 4 people. And it's actually just co-op in the sense that you can play online and locally as well. But you're tasked with a group of 4 people. You have Sir Jacob, you have Ryder, Ardon, and January. You have an elf ranger creature. You will have your elderly wizard gentleman. You have your dark and serious assassin thief type guy, and then lastly you have your noble knight. Everyone has their own perks. They have their own unique equipment. There's a custom loadout, so each class is based on loot found in the dungeons. There's more than 30 unlockable pieces of equipment, over 30 different skills that you can use, and 40 levels spread out across 5 environments. I'm still only in the first environment, which is the caves, but I've been enjoying it as much as I can. There's also a level editor, but I haven't got too far into that yet. I've played 5 levels so far, so I got a pretty good solid first impressions until I moved to Freedom, which I haven't got to yet. But we are going to start with Didn't Get the Memo. So you're going to miss like the kind of 2 opening acts, which serve as a little bit of a tutorial to how to get into the game and how the players meet. I'm going to throw you a little bit into that right now so we can take an example of how the combat works, how the turns work, and how some of our skills work as well. So, we have a little bit of dialogue text here. These are the characters on the left are meeting the characters on the right for the first time. This is their first kind of, meeting. So, stand back, Dark Wizard. Why did you bring us here? Be silent, you fool. I am no Dark Wizard. Then explain yourself. I do not have to explain myself to a fool like you. Go and eat a bowl of... Shut up, you two. Look, that's Ardon. He's no dark mage. He's not. Well, my apologies, wizard. That's all it takes is just no, he is not. And, this knightly fellow just believes you at your word. And who might you be, elf creature? January. Like the month? Yes, like the month. That's my name. I'm Sir Jacob. Sure thing, Jakey boy. So, dialogue... Or excuse me, who's the runt? Me. Lighten up, Ardon. Geez, I'm Ryder. It's really cold in here. Can we get moving? Pathetic. Alright, so the first impressions of these people to themselves is not that of the highest caliber. But anyways, the thing that I really like about this game, or one of the things I should say that I like about this game, how the characters move. And so the flavor text says, it wants to bring the cooperative dungeon crawler, the enjoyment of a tabletop board game with friends to the PC. So I guess one of the ideas behind the movement is not to have stagnant or animation movement, like more of like a stagnant movement, like you're moving a character piece across a tabletop board, which is how I used to play D&D, and so that's awesome. I like that. But anyways, into the actual game mechanics. So I have a couple things that I can do right now. I can switch between all of my characters. For Ryder right here, I'm able to use Blink, and so I can skip one space and go to, somewhere that's, connected to there, or you're skipping one in that particular direction. So I can go over top of chasms, and so I don't fall down holes. I can, go through certain things in the environment as well. It's pretty neat. Our archer lady, there's no target right here to point at, but I have a couple of skills. One is basic arrow, and one is a fire arrow, which has a cooldown time. I have a mage who's really similar. He's a ranged caster, so he has a fireball and also a freezing spell. And the knight, he is able to dash pretty much indefinitely until he hits something. He's able to have a strong attack and then also a defense attack as well. So we'll get into those in just a bit. What I want to do first is, because I know exactly what is behind door number 1, so I'm going to take a ranged character and peek on through. And so we have goblins, we have bats, and I can press and hold tab to enter tactical mode, allowing you to look around the battlefield by pressing the arrow keys. Tactical mode also displays your current quests, which can be completed on each level. So right now my current quest is to kill 15 bats, and I've already killed 6 out of 15. What I need to do here is basically, I'm going to press Q, and that's going to bring up my attack screen. I have a 66% chance to hit this particular bat, so I will take a shot, and I will miss, I will take another shot, and I will murder it. 42% chance, might as well. I'm not going to lose anything, and there we go. Not enough AP to move. As you can see in the bottom right of my screen, you will see there, this is the enemy's movement. The blue is how many moves that they have, their current action points. And this lady's really taking a lot of damage right here. Alright, thank God that enough of them missed, so it's not too bad. But I'm going to be my mage character. I'm just going to hopefully be able to plow my way forward through here. Get a critical hit 1, hang out in this corner, and try to murder that guy before the next round. So, not quite there. But I still have my rogue, who I can use to do all that damage to. I'm going to move him. Can't quite reach the enemy. But I think with my elf lady, with January, I should be able to murder this guy with relative ease. Yes, good. So last but not least, this last archer, he can't do anything, because apparently he doesn't know how to break down a box. So I'm going to help him in his quest to death. So he is now dead. All of our characters are well. Let's see, cannot end on another player. After combat, you don't automatically heal, but if you do die in combat, after that combat round ends, your person does respawn, which is beneficial, as I have found in some of the later levels. I'm a bit OP right now in regards to how much damage that I do and how much armor that I have. You know, this is one of the earlier levels, so I'm going to be able to hopefully get through it rather simply. That dialogue box basically telling me that I can skip through or at least fast forward their enemies' movements and turns. That move in particular does 69 chance? Yeah, that's obviously going to be a critical hit. Let's try that again. 2 crits in a row with 69. Good enough for me. This bat is going to try to make its way down. Enemies cannot end their turn on another enemy, which is great news. And so that's basically going to allow me to stack all of these enemies up right in a row. I'm just going to use my wizard and hopefully blast through just about them all, in which I can finally take my knight and do some massive damage with him myself. Now, what do I do? There's only 2 of these enemies left. I suppose I might as well just go for it. Maybe do enough damage. I might be able to kill him. There we go. Crisis averted. Good job, team. I murdered all those enemies, and now let's find out what's in the boxes by breaking them all. So attacks. I'm always going to be using Q, W, whatever number is essentially on the bottom, or number or letter that's in the bottom left. So my skill's down there. Over here to the to the left side of our screen, we can see that there's 2 boxes. Now, how do I get these 2 boxes? Well, I know immediately that I'm going to need the rogue, because his blink ability will allow me to travel over top of these squares that would normally be impassable by anyone else. But I find myself trapped by spikes, so what I'm going to do is use January, and I'm going to shoot this bell, and the bell is going to enable me to use the rogue again and be able to collect all of the fat loot that's inside. I don't exactly know if there's a certain amount of gold, or if the gold amounts to basically experience points, which unlocks things, or if there's an actual shop. I haven't found a shop yet, but hopefully there will be one later on. Now, through this door, there's going to be some more enemies, which will be a skeleton and 4 archers. I used the knight first because I just wanted to get that melee damage out of the way, and I will go back to hiding behind a wall like a coward. Up next, I will use this gentleman to hopefully do everything that I can. I'm going to use my backstab ability, which will give me a critical hit to anyone, I think, that is not facing me, I want to say, but I'm not exactly entirely sure. I should go back and check that. I'll be January for one last time. Hopefully be able to kill that. There we go. Mage, not so sure if this is going to be the best course of action, but it is the only course for me. Try to kill you, didn't work, but that's okay, because I can kill you right now, and then I can also kill him, because all the damage that I've done to them previously. Now this is going to be the end of the level, but not the end of the quick look, and I will showcase, so this is going to be a little bit longer than normal probably, but I do want to showcase a little bit of what we can expect to see from this game in the later levels. So I think I managed to grab and get everything that I wanted. So let's go up here. Let's take a look at this last stone slab. To prevent being eaten by large monsters, try to taste terrible, says Gerald. I don't know who Gerald is. But anyways, blue squares teleports everyone back. Green squares basically says you're ready to go. So I didn't get the memo. I got 5 stars, 3 out of 3 chests, killed 19 enemies, and got 7,900 gold. I can go to customize characters. I can go to continue. I can go back to the main menu. I want to go back to the main menu just because I want to make sure that I'm going to the correct level. What I'm going to do here is go to start. And we are going to go to freedom, which is a level I have not played yet. So this is going to be a new experience for me, a new experience for you. And apparently I've got out of the caves and now I am into the forest. I noticed, because I played the tutorial, that these rocks in front of me are able to be bashed towards. So I'm going to use my dash ability, bash all the rocks, and continue my way forward. I do want to make sure that I have all my characters near the door before I open it up, because that will be valuable AP that I would be potentially wasting. So let's open it up with a ranged character and peer on through. No sight of anyone just yet. Can I go up here? It doesn't look like it. It's just a hole in the rocks. What does the sign say? Attention, do not enter. Well, that's just asking for trouble now, isn't it? Let's open this again with the ranged character and see some interesting people. I really, really like the graphic style, but I really probably enjoy the music a little bit more. It's a full-length original chiptune soundtrack by Nathan Antony or Darius Carlin. Apparently is as he goes on the internet. But as I go on the internet, I am going to try to arrow all these people. 89%, and I still missed. Classic JSmithOTI. Yeah, might as well go with the next arrow attack, and I can't stop on enemy or on my allies spaces, which is kind of nice because that might enable me to move a little bit extra spaces that I normally wouldn't. But I think it might just save regardless. So let's murder him. Now let's use I haven't used my W yet, which is my freezing ability. So let's freeze him. And now that skill is on cooldown. I don't have enough AP to attack with anyone else. He managed to get out of there, which I didn't fully expect, but he did use his entire turn to get out of the ice. Which is nice for me, because I'm going to take my rogue character, I'm going to use my backstab ability and get a critical hit and murder him. Fuck tables, fuck chairs, get chests. I should make a shirt about that. But before I do that, let's get all of these. Let's teleport all my homies back over and be a ranged character and see what kind of business is up next. 97% chance to hit him. No target right here. Big troll creatures. I don't like them. I think I'll still have my W. It uses up 9 movement, which is bad because I only have 9, which basically is not going to put her in an ability to move out of the way. So let's 1, 2, 3. I might. I kind of want to just attack the ranged guy, but I also don't want to die. But I want to do damage to him, so let's do that. And let's try to run back, and hopefully I'll be alright. In the people's way, which isn't good. Hopefully these guys don't set themselves up for a good murder. Now, I can continue attacking this person. Let's do that. So let's Q this motherfucker. And not enough AP. So I am going to... Oh, shit. That's not good. So I can't move over top of my person afterwards. But I can hopefully defend. There we go. And I'd rather have my knight in front of all the other people. Here... I guess I'm just going to try to attack and run back. Can't run that far back, unfortunately. Rogue, please don't die. Trolls, please don't be able to get me. Well, at least I got this now. So I can use my W, and I can attack everyone in that adjacent block, which is great, especially considering my current stance. So I'm trying to get everyone to take a little bit more damage. I wish my knight was able to do a little bit more, but unfortunately, he's strong, but his movement is very limited. I suppose I could probably see if he has alternative armor that can do probably more movement speed, but I took care of everything so far. So I'll open up all the chests, get all the fat loot, and open up door number 1 and teleport all my friends back to me. I'm going to, let's 120, 38, 62. So open the door with her. Let's kill some of these bats because they have the farthest movement speed. What the hell is that? More bats behind me. So yeah, just wasted all of that, and now the bats have their own turn and are gonna come from behind. But I still think I'm okay. Little scared right now. Let's use the wizard to attack the skeletons. I think they're gonna be more of a threat than the bats will be. Let's use my knight to go forward here, and I will. I suppose let's murder these bats too, just because they're gonna be an annoyance. What can I do here? Not too much. So let's just head back. I can't. And I don't know how to switch between my people without ending my turn completely, which is really unfortunate. So let's just hit enter, and that's going to give their turn to go. Let's just use Q. Use my basic bow, murder all the things, and the bat's going to have the last turn here. Not able to successfully hit me because my dodge, and that's going to be it. I'll be out of combat when you notice in the bottom right my AP skills are all have that infinite symbol, so it's free movement, so I don't have to worry about turns or how much AP that I'm using, just because it's going to be forever. Including all of my abilities as well, so I'm able to blink forever, I'm able to use my backstab ability, or get ready for a fight using that as well. And here, I'm going to run forward with my elf. Anything up here? No, that is just going to be the end of the level, so fantastic. Thank you all very much for watching. This is going to be a quick look. I'm going to end that level. Maybe I'll be able to unlock something, but we'll find here. Yes, I'm able to customize characters. I only got 4 stars there. Maybe I'm taking too much damage, or I missed a chest somewhere along the line. That's a sad thing. But I unlocked some skills, so let's go to customize characters. I will go up to Rider, and I will be able to see what all my skills currently are. So critical hits deal 3 times damage for 1 turn, so that's great. But instead of changing a skill, I'm just going to add another. Lord of Deception. Make yourself invisible to enemies, but remove almost all of your life. Enemies will not focus on you while invisible, but will attack if you block their desired path. I wonder if I become visible if I attack them while I'm currently invisible. That is interesting. I'll look into that for sure, but I'm going to take that skill anyways. But this has been a quick look at Dungeon Dashers. You can buy the game right now. It's still in like an alpha beta form, but it's $10 if you like it. It's not randomly generated. Everything that you saw is exactly how it's going to be in your game as well. But again, over 30 player skills, 40 levels, 5 environments. I love the music. I love the art style. It's a really great way, really great throwback, I would say. There's a level editor in case that you want to make your own. And maybe if this could be potentially be a pretty cool thing to do, like if you were like a DM. Like making your own levels and then having like your player characters kind of run through. Could be interesting if you're into like D&D and all that kind of fun stuff. Online co-op is still in alpha form right now, but it's available if you buy it. So you can test that out. I haven't had the opportunity to do that just yet. Super fun game. Do recommend it. Thumbs up from JSmithOTI. This has been a quick look, again, Dungeon Dashers. If you don't know who I am, JSmithOTI, twitter.com/JSmithOTI, twitch.tv/JSmithOTI. That is it. This has been fun. Thank you all, and I will see you next time. Later.